Hey YouTube, this is Rose with Pertaining to Rose. So I was just going through a bunch of stuff. Like, I got so much stuff, I gotta get rid of stuff. But I found an old booklet of mine that I just keep old stuff in. You know, you collect stuff over the years. And it hit me, I was like, I really did a lot in my life. I never realized, never really thought, I did a video on my near-death experience, and talking to somebody on the phone there was a lot that I haven't told people. I have all these stories, and I thought I should really blog about a lot of my past that people don't know. So, as some of you know and some of you don't, my maiden name is Flowers, Rose Flowers. But as I was going through stuff today, I found this, all this stuff. This is, now I'm kind of showing off my age. And this here, excuse my hair, it needs washed, is my modeling from when I went to modeling school in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I did that back in 1972. 1972 is when I did that. I found that I was really shocked. you know, the envelope is so old. There's the postmark on it. I was just like, I can't believe I still have that. And then I have this one is when I done another modeling school, and this one here jumped my career. Uh, was the Joy Modeling Academy. I did that in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania, I believe, in 1987. And they're the ones who got me, with the right people to do modeling. And I really appreciated them. This here I found 1986. I did a Certificate of Achievement for a training course that I took in drug and alcohol prevention education. And that was pretty cool, actually. I really enjoyed that class, actually. I was very surprised at some of this stuff. But I just wanted to go show you some of this stuff that I've done. Look, that's from the 1980s. That was me. This is how old this portfolio is. It's all stained up and it's all yellow. That was just one of them. This is from 1986. I did this when I was in the newspaper. I did a program where we went out and helped youth. I'll show you a closer up picture of me there. We helped some of the street gangs filling out applications for jobs and stuff like that. And we actually went out to them instead of having them come to us. We went out and, that was actually really fun to do. And that was one of my big clippings there, that they did a whole thing on me. I actually have another newspaper clipping somewhere where I took in the homeless for a while, and one of the food banks, actually, one of the food pantries, they don't call them banks anymore, actually called the newspapers to come do a story on me because they knew I was taking in all these homeless people. And I volunteered for the food bank, but the food pantry, they call them pantries now. Uh, and they would give me all this extra stuff I could take home to feed all these people with. I did so many crazy things. I was always trying to be someone. There's one of my photos that from doing helping the homeless, helping some of the street gangs out there. That was from the same time frame. I always had those dark circles under my eyes. I could never get rid of them. But I found this, and I thought, oh, that was so cool. I'm going to keep it for my children. This will be something cool for them to find later on in life. I did so many different things. I mean, these are some old photos. Look at this. Some of my old black and whites. They're so old, they're all marked up. I kind of look like Marissa Tomei there for some reason. I have that look. You know, she did that movie, My Cousin Vinny or something like that. But I kind of have that look right there. That's what I think of. Look how skinny I was. Oh my goodness, I was so skinny. Not tooting my own horn. I just, I got into this journaling and keeping a goals list. I'm a list person. I write all kinds of lists all the time. And scripting, manifesting, positive affirmations has always been my thing. And I started out very young saying them. And I think that's how I got into all this stuff. Things just started happening for me. I had a horrible life. I was a runaway. At one point, I was a drug addict, and, I abused alcohol horribly. I don't drink anymore. Once in a while, I'll have a beer or something, but I can say no after one beer. It actually messes up my blood sugar now. I think it really did something to me. But I did all this different stuff. Let me see. This is just some of my photos. Get off. I kind of like this one. That's one of my favorites. I did a lot of them. Actually, I think, now this photo, it must have stuck to something, so there's brown all over it. That, actually, I think is one of my favorites. I like that one. And that one there. I think I already showed those two. Just some of the things I had. I can't believe I found this folder and has all this stuff in it. I'm like, kind of amazing to go through after all these years of finding them. Let me see. Oh, they're all the same. They're just duplicates. But I just kind of like wanted to show you all that. You do things in your life that kind of changes you. It kind of doesn't make who you are. What the heck is this? For some reason, I have my auxiliary card from the Legion. I actually put a copy of that. That's my son's birth certificate. That here is from my birth. Look how big my footprints were. I was a 10-pound, 6-ounce baby. They called me Butterball. That's how big I was. Is that not funny? But I find these things and I'm like, oh my goodness. What is all this stuff? On my high school diploma. If you don't know me, let me tell you, I only went to 8th grade. And I was very proud of getting this diploma. I worked hard to get my GED. I don't know what that is. Oh, these are just, I kept little clippings and stuff from when family members passed away. Things like that. Some old stamps I got in there. It was kind of cool finding all this. Remember these? I still have it from my kids, when my kids were little. I don't know why I kept all this stuff. I'm kind of glad now that I did. have no clue what that is. I'll sit down and read it. Oh, that's my contract from the Donatelli Model Management. I did a contract with them, and they got me a lot of great work. I actually did modeling for Camel cigarettes, believe it or not, because I was the only model there that smoked cigarettes, and they needed one, but I really enjoyed it. Well, that was my son's. Oh, I did one of those prenatal and parenting education classes when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I stayed in it even after I had my daughter. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed doing that. I mean, oh, okay, and this is some of my ancestry information here on my dad's side. That is pretty cool, going back to 1858. Wow. I'm related to the McLaughlins and the Gormans. Huh. It's really cool seeing that. I totally forgot that was in there too. So it's nice when you find stuff and you can go over things and kind of look through it. And when I found this, I was like, oh my goodness, I totally forgot I had that. Well, that's my truck registration. It's hiding in here. I have this envelope or this folder, and it was to put important information like birth certificates and stuff like that. And oh, that must be like a, that is one of my report cards from school. I don't know why I kept that either. But it was just something to keep records and stuff in, and I made sure I used a colorful one so it was easy to pick out. If I needed a birth certificate or something right away, I could instantly pick it out of, whatever else I had. So, I've done so much over the years. Doing the 4 different YouTube channels now, I'm not as active on my other 3 as I am on here, and lately I haven't been active on this one, but I thought I better get back to it. But you'd be surprised going through things and where things, where and how things happen and how things change in your life over the years. Like, I haven't thought about my modeling, in years. Something just totally out of my head. I mean, it's something I'd done years ago. I'd done it as a young girl. I was like 5 years old when I started it. And I think when I went to my second modeling school, and I'd done some work when I was 5, other than just the schooling, but uh, my second modeling school, I was in my early 20s. I had 2 kids. I was in there with all these 16 and 17-year-old girls that were just drop dead gorgeous. When I went to the Donatelli Modeling Agency, I was in there with probably 80 other models trying to get jobs. And I'm the only one that showed up with pictures. I was the only one that got hired. It wasn't a portfolio. I brought them all in a little packet and, had pictures of me wearing this jacket with jean jacket with a Jack Daniels label on it, and different things that had a bunch of patches on it, and pictures of me where I was smoking in the pictures, and different things like that. And they said that was one of the reasons they hired me, because I looked more natural. I was out sitting on picnic benches and out doing different things. It wasn't all just pictures from one scene that I just kept changing in and out of clothes. You know what I mean? I went different places and I had photos done with me, professional photos taken. And when I went to the Joy Modeling, that woman there was a great photographer, the one who taught the classes, and she did some of our photos. And she modeled for many, many years. So, she knew her ins and outs very well. And it was fun. I did a lot of fun things. I did a lot of different things. I did mostly where I went out in the public and did different public things, because I'm very short in stature. I'm only 5'1". So I didn't do a lot of runway modeling, and when I did, they'd always come to me with the children's clothes. So, and as a young mother, I was just like, oh, okay. I had kids of my own, so it was a little crazy when I did that. I actually did some promotional work for Raisinette. I did promotional work for Camels. I loved doing Camels. That was fun. They gave me all kinds of stuff. I got camel jackets and camel hats and all kinds of stuff from them. A lot of times when you do modeling, you get to keep what they have you doing, because they're not going to reuse it. So a lot of times they will let you keep, the clothes or whatever you're doing, and it was nice. It was nice. You do a lot of different things that, you don't think about, holding a stovetop. You ever model something like that, holding a stovetop, just the very top part? It was crazy. I've done a lot of crazy things, but I thought that was something interesting that I could show you about my life and my past. And I just wanted to go over that. And I don't know, just something crazy and fun. Okay, I love you, YouTube. You have a great day. Bye.